Hey guys, I hope you're well. If you don't know who I am, my name's Blakemore. I teach travel and sometimes triumph. I'm really excited because this video, for the first time in a long time, is actually going to be a travel video. So if you're a bit like me at the moment and you're stuck inside somewhere in the world, you might be thinking, well, how are you going to do a travel video? In this video, I'm really excited because I'm going to stop, pause for the moment, and actually just reflect on the amazing opportunities that I've been privileged to have. It's fair to say over the last couple of years, I've had the opportunity to travel to so many amazing places. A couple of wonders of the world, some amazing scenes, meeting amazing people. It's just been a phenomenal opportunity to see new places, and I love travel. Obviously at the moment, like the majority of the world, I've not got that privilege at the moment because it is a privilege, but hey ho, what can you do? So I'm going to get into the video and look back on some of the amazing but also unforgettable memories that I've had. It's strange that the majority of the memories that I have are mainly to do with people. At the same time, I'm really excited because I'll also get to share some footage that you might not have seen within this channel before. Some of the unforgettable memories that I have are from adventures that I made before this YouTube channel existed. So I don't have the best footage or the best quality footage, it might just be photos, but bear with me. My first unforgettable memory is India. Now, there's two unforgettable memories in India, but specifically this photo. Now, this was part of a previous video, and it's something that really bewildered me because in the UK, I'm of a majority. When I travelled to Jaipur in India, I stumbled upon this really unforgettable experience, and I'd had the opportunity to travel around Hawa Mahal, I hope I'm saying that right, and that was amazing, seeing all the different little shutters and seeing how much traffic there was. It truly was an unforgettable experience already, but there was one distinguished memory that I have, and that is, as I was sat down after the little look around the main place there, a family came up to me, and it was quite a large family, and as my girlfriend and I were sat down, the family decided that they were to pass a baby to us, and it was such a strange memory because we were sort of like, why are we having photos with this family? But anyway, we had the photo, and it was just one of those opportunities where I was like, why has that just happened? As I spoke to the owner of the hotel as I went back, it was a guest house, they said people come from different villages and it's rare to see white British people, and in some ways I think it's because I was with Claire, it's a minority, so it was a really amazing opportunity to have that photo with that family and to be a part of their day that hopefully they remember in some ways. The next unforgettable experience is something of a cultural difference, and it was when I went to Varanasi. Varanasi was a beautiful place, but very different to what I've ever been used to. Varanasi is situated on the river Ganges, and you can catch a beautiful sunrise boat trip from there and get to see a range of different ghats. When I was there, it was amazing in the evening to go and see the cremation ceremony that Varanasi is popular for. People from all around India come to Varanasi to cremate their loved ones, and as a result there's this really strange but almost magical sense and feeling that you get from being there, getting to almost witness this celebratory period with other families. Now, I had a bit of a tour around, it was amazing to learn about that, but there was one unforgettable memory. Now, obviously I didn't film any of the cremations because I find that extremely disrespectful, although some people do. My unforgettable memory was when a family were cremating their loved ones, and to the side I saw someone who had just come out of the river Ganges hanging up some clothing to dry their clothes next to a cremation fire. Now, that to me was something that was different. It was unforgettable in so many ways. But I don't know, is it part of normality and it's just something that I've not seen before? It could be something that's completely normal for other people, but it's just something that stuck with me because of how unique that scenario was. My third unforgettable travel memory was when I was traveling around Indonesia. Traveling around Indonesia was absolutely phenomenal. The scenery that was around there, you can't forget Bali, you've got so many rice fields. It was just an amazing holiday, and I got to see so many fantastic things. Towards the end of that travel-y holiday type thing, we went to the island of Komodo. Now, I forget what the place is called, but before you travel to Komodo, you go from Labuan, I think Labuan Bajau, so I do remember. So from that area, there's not many big hotels, but there's lots of homestays. So we stayed in a couple, and the first homestay we stopped in was welcoming. We did a boat trip with them, amazing boat trip. But then we needed somewhere to stay that was a little bit closer to the airport, so we stopped at this relatively new homestay. And we always like to talk to local people to just get to understand their culture. And this beautiful little girl came out and she said, "Hello." She was only about I don't even know, 2 maybe. But, "Hello, how are you?" That was an awful impression. And you'd say, "Good, how are you?" And she'd just go, "Good," and that would be it. Anyway, throughout the night, we were sort of chilling around with the family, and they had this dog. And we were trying to organise flights and hotels and bits and pieces like that whilst having conversations with the family. And then the girl wasn't as supervised and was climbing over tables, and it was giving me a bit of a heart attack because the fall to the floor was quite big. And again, it was just that cultural difference of that was okay for them. But for me being a teacher as well, I was just a bit like, ugh. As I was trying to do some research, I didn't realise that the girl was getting closer, and like a scene from Jaws, the girl just straight up bit me. And yes, I did have a mark, but it was one of those moments like, did that just happen? And even now I think back and we have a little bit of a chuckle about that. But one thing I will say is it's so important to get to know local people within wherever you travel. And that was just one memory that I have. I had no huge problems with the people there, but it was just a strange, unforgettable experience. My fourth unforgettable travel experience was when I travelled around Sri Lanka. Now, I filmed a huge sort of vlog type thing going around Sri Lanka, and that place it's one of my favourite places for the natural beauty that we experienced when we were there. Sadly, my memory card corrupted and lessons have been learned since then. One unforgettable memory was when we met someone when we were going turtle snorkeling. So we went to go snorkeling with the turtles, and on the first day when we got there, the guy was really disappointed and was extremely apologetic. We couldn't understand why, but as we got into the water was a little bit murky. It wasn't the best weather, and he couldn't apologise enough. And as a result, he said, please come back, free of charge." And we were a bit like, we saw a couple of turtles, we were quite happy with the experience, but he just wasn't fulfilled enough. He wanted to make us as happy with that experience as possible. The next day, we took him up on the offer and sort of came back. We didn't do it for free. We paid him twice just because we could afford that, and we felt like that was fair for him because of the amount of effort and time that he put in with us. The experience was amazing, and that person in particular is someone that I will always remember, and hopefully I can link some details down in the bottom of this video. If you ever go to Sri Lanka, to contact this guy. He was amazing, and as a result, the experience that we ended up having was absolutely phenomenal. He just kept on saying, have you seen the turtles? Like, he just couldn't do enough for us. And that sort of hospitality has been experienced in other parts of the world, but that is just a real distinct, unforgettable memory, the fact that he just couldn't do enough for us. My final unforgettable travel memory was a phenomenal landscape that I got to experience. A little bit by accident, a little bit by being cheeky. It was just amazing. It was before I created this YouTube channel, and I think it was probably about, I don't know, 21, so a fair few years ago. No, it's not a fair few years ago, I'm not that old. But it was when I was in Croatia, Krka Falls in Croatia. I didn't have this YouTube channel, so I don't have much footage from there, but I took this photo. To the side of this photo, there's this like little gate, and I wondered what I could see if I looked around over that gate. And next thing I knew, I was almost like in a little secret area after a bit of climbing about. And oh my gosh, I managed to lie down and stayed in that area for a solid 3 to 4 hours, and I was just laid down, and to my left there was a waterfall, to my right there was a waterfall, behind me there was a waterfall, and it was something I was truly blessed to see. I ended up finishing that travel experience, but that a couple of hours that I spent in that area was absolutely phenomenal. To have that serene, peaceful waterfall area to myself for a little bit, it was just absolutely incredible. that is definitely something that I will never forget, and I'm looking forward to seeing more phenomenal places in the future. Hopefully you've enjoyed this strange recappy video where I've had the opportunity to look back at some of my unforgettable memories. One thing I try and advocate on this channel is travel, and you don't have to travel to the other side of the world to experience other cultures. You can simply travel around your own country. It's amazing to travel around Dubai, where I am at the moment, and go to other Emirates to see other places too. So I definitely advocate that, and sort of try and take a moment to stop and think about some of the memories that you have had in the past with travel. If you enjoyed this video, feel free to like it. I always appreciate when you share this video around. If you are new to the channel, feel free to subscribe down in the corner. If you click the notification bell, you will be alerted when I post. Travel videos aren't something I create all of the time, but I do enjoy creating them and going on adventures. I usually make a range of teaching videos too, so if you feel like checking those out, feel free to in my channel. Hopefully I'll see you in the next one, but for now, I'm out.